Manze, kama kawa king of the street, back in the street, doing what we do best. Manze, kumbuka kusubscribe, like, share, comment, hashtag road to 4K subscribers. So, manze, kwanza kama unacheki hii video na uja subscribe, you're doing a very big mistake. Waris kumwa na umbo si kubana. So, fanya hivi. It's been a while since we made a YouTube video. We've been experiencing some challenges kidogo, but now we're back. Though we're back with a sad story about a couple that I did an interview with. Hiyo couple ya the street couple. They go by the name Esther and Culture. So it was last year, August, when I saw their video trending on social media, on Instagram mostly. So what I did as a street king, I went, met them, and we had to do a story. So they were to explain to me what happened and how they managed to do a wedding as a street couple. So let me go back kidogo. So last week Wednesday I was called by Esther, and the tone that she called me with was a bit devastating kidogo. I'm not used to her talking the way she talked that day. Alikuwa zile za hello street king, ukoaje? And I'm like, niko poa. But she was in pain because what she told me wasn't that good. Before I tell you what she told me, let me now tell you how I met them. So previously nimwambia I met them on social media when they were trending, and I had to go cover their story on how they did their wedding. They were living in Kangware. So they told me all the process that they're planning until they did their wedding. They were so welcoming, by the way. And by that time that we were going to shoot that video, they were still staying in streets despite them doing a wedding. They were depending on well-wishers so that they could get a place to stay. So wase wangewatumia pesa, wangechukua 300 shillings, they go book a lodge so that they could sleep there. They told me by that time their fellow street children, some street boys and street girls, were jealous of them. So they had to find a place to sleep. So after quite some time after doing the wedding, and after I had covered that story, Esther called me and she had told me that she had decided to go back to a rehabilitation center in Nakuru, where she stayed there for almost 6 months. Then she came back. We were still communicating. So when she called me last week on Wednesday, she was like, Street King, it's so sad that culture is no more. We've lost culture. And I was like, let me get the story. What happened? She was like, culture got lost for like 4 days, of which that was not culture's norm. When culture could go find food for her, he could tell Esther where he was going. But now when he got out of where they were staying that day, though previously he had told Esther that there are some people whom they're not even feeling good about his progress and success. So they had a grudge about where he used to collect his stuff, let's say foodstuffs and some scrap metals, where he could get the scrap metals, go sell them. So they had a grudge, and they had told him wherever they meet, they'll punish him or they'll beat him. They'll give him a thorough beating. So after he went, Esther tried to look for him for the first day, second day, third day, fourth day, without coming to a conclusion that something bad had happened to him. So Esther was very much optimistic that he will find culture in safe hands. Because culture, even when I met him, is a cool guy. He doesn't like disagreements with people. He's always cool and understanding person. So Esther found out that on the 5th day, culture was in a morgue. And they said that culture was in, he had been beaten because Esther, according to Esther's narration, culture was bleeding. Actually, there was blood coming from his nose, and he had received a cut, I think, on his neck. So they are trying to investigate on what happened. But sad story reaching us is culture is normal. And bear in mind that at the moment that we're talking right now, Esther is pregnant, heavily pregnant, and she doesn't have a place to stay. She's still struggling in the street. The person who used to help her is culture, and culture is normal. So my fans, the time I did that video, you got reach to her, you had to help her, and it was very much okay, and I was even very much happy for that. So how I wish you come through again for her, even if you can get her accommodation or even find a job for her. It will help her so that when she delivers her kid, the kid won't find her in a state that is so complicated than the way the state is right now. So when you come through to help her, personally I'll appreciate, and she'll appreciate too. So I'll pin her number at the first comment so that you can get reach to her, support her, and she'll appreciate. So thank you for watching this story. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. Bye.